comfortable with taking space with the Knight, and I don't think that Inkling has a lot of really great options to deal with that. And like you said, the lead trapping is just really hard for Inkling to deal with as well. Even being able to go off stage and just, oh, we're going Rob. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
No, I was so right. This matchup sucks for Zelda, okay?
Yeah, this definitely makes a lot of sense here. I can't imagine Zelda would necessarily want to deal with just the maneuverability that this character has. Doesn't really have to interact with that Phantom at all.
And being juggled as well, whereas I think the projectiles would be very beneficial in this matchup for Kayflock as well, just being able to use them to keep that distance from Inkling, but also having multiple options, multiple mix-ups, and then having that hitbox of the Nair too is just really good at covering airspace where Inkling might be trying to go for those combos, but it's not going to matter when you're falling into that up smash. So Colorondo going to find that first stock.
Yeah, Kayflock's R.O.B, not something that I'm super familiar with, so I'm happy to learn as I continue to gaze upon what's happening before my eyes. I mean, Kayflock is a really fundamentally sound player, so of course is going to try and play as safely as possible, but you know, having a secondary like this, you have to be super confident if you're going to take it over the likes of a character specialist, because I'm sure Colorondo's fought a lot of really good R.O.Bs in his day, so is the secondary R.O.B good enough to be able to break through someone who has the knowledge in that matchup? And it looks like thus far Colorondo just absolutely wailing on free Kayflock's R.O.B in this advantage as well, doing a great job of catching the landings out, keeping that juggle game going, but Kayflock still managing to be on the board as well, finding that up tilt up air to be able to get in there, and now we'll just have to see if we can get those 1 or 2 openings that R.O.B needs to, you know, maybe stick this one out a little bit more.
It feels like Kayflock's trying to slow things down though, going for more of these down tilts to poke, making it a little bit harder for Colorondo to find those approaches and getting really good damage here as well. 85% tries to catch the up B with the down air, but not gonna find it just yet, but still just doing a really good job of not letting the snowball any worse and playing a lot more patient, not trying to force any approaches with the nairs because so often it's leading to so much percent or the stock with the up smash from Inkling.
Yeah, I love seeing this game plan with the R.O.B just because like it's very textbook in a way that's interesting, right? If you're gonna pick up that secondary for those bad matchups, learning how to play that character from the ground up and not necessarily going for anything too crazy. Because I feel like a lot of players, especially when they play one character for such a long time, fall into the traps of like, I have to learn this, I have to learn that. Kayflock just rocking with a very like consistent game plan, nothing too crazy, and doing a great job of trying to punish Colorondo for approaching out of the air, and doing a great job of like calling out those approaches, using that forward air, using that gyro as a tool to like be super annoying in terms of his aggression. And Colorondo is going to have to look for a way to play more patiently here out of the corner. We still do have that lead though. Kayflock looking to try and take the stock, and that back air is going to end up doing it.
Yeah, such a strong hitbox and a large hitbox too to cover that short hop area that Colorondo is known for. So that was really nice there from Kayflock, but still sitting at 114%. Booyah percent, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, a character like R.O.B is just not really going to have the tools to be able to get out of that situation, but very solid all things considered. But now this is always the question for a character specialist that kind of has the secondary for annoying matchups. Like, do we have that confidence in the secondary, or do we switch back? It's always the thing that we're unsure about. But no, I think having the confidence to be able to stick it out with a R.O.B, very respectable.
And especially on the second stock, I think we are starting to see things heating up too. It can be kind of hard to switch between characters in bracket, but I think Free Kayflock was getting very comfortable finding those percents, doing a lot of like the poking and then retreating a little bit more and not overextending. So I think if we see more of the gameplay that we saw in stock 2, this could be a lot closer.
Yeah, just continuing to be content to like push Colorondo into the corner and be very forcing. Using that range that like forward air or dash attack kind of has, using that gyro to continue to push. Those were the things that were working for Kayflock in the last game. Oh, and a great opener as well with the neutral air. And the thing about Inkling too has some like decent out of shield options in terms of like that back air, but R.O.B can just play absolutely safely in terms of how they land, and it's so scary to be able to directly punish that out of shield, and that's the name of the game for Kayflock. And they just continue to do these nairs.
And I think Kayflock's able to get a lot off of like meaningful hits. It's just actually getting that first hit in the first place seems to be really hard. And I think a lot of it has to do with like the startup on the aerials from R.O.B too, with how quickly Colorondo is able to approach. If you're trying to throw out that back air, there's a lot of time before that hitbox actually comes out. And so if Colorondo's just able to get in there and try to air you, it's going to be more of an opening for Colorondo than for you.
Yeah, Inkling certainly a much more front-loaded back-loaded character in terms of the end lag that their moves have, and R.O.B is a lot more front-loaded because for as good as these moves are, they have a lot of startup, and yeah, just like you were mentioning, right, Kayflock just able to thread the needle right there, not taking it with the down throw, but you know, as an Inkling player, you have to be content to be able to wait till those higher percentages take the stock and finally finding up under the stage, but Kayflock, big opportunity right here with the ledge trap, not finding the down air and not quite sure what we were looking for with the up air, probably trying to catch a jump off of ledge or something in order to take the stock.
Great, still holding on to this stock at 156 too. Have to be careful about any of these grabs or being sent off stage. I feel like just like one poke with anything could be your stock. Gonna see the grab into the throw off stage instead, sitting at 173 now. But just trying to get as much extra percent before we lose this stock, and it should be right here, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, R.O.B is starting to turn into the character with the Inkling problem, right? We were struggling to find that kill for a while. I thought my eyes deceived me. Kayflock has been doing an absolutely great job in the neutral, but finding those kills is the struggle. And considering how evasive that Colorondo can play with those aerials around R.O.B's shield, R.O.B doesn't exactly have the... Oh my goodness. Great situation recognition with the gyro there, taking the edge guard. But R.O.B doesn't exactly have hitboxes that he can just consistently throw out to take kills.
Yeah. And I like the little ledge trap trick that we saw there from Colorondo too, of throwing the splat bomb and then throwing out the F smash in the... Oh my gosh!
My goodness.
That was crazy. But he threw out the F smash in the explosion, so it made it a little bit harder to see, which like Free Kayflock had his shield out anyway, so it didn't super matter, but that's something that I could very easily see somebody falling for.
Yeah. A little bit of a tech showcase. I think that's just what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Like we were playing consistently, and then right up until the very end. And yeah, I think after you get clipped like that, you gotta work with what works best for you. Even if the matchup on paper might not be as good, you gotta go with the comfort character at a certain point.
And so already we're seeing a change from what we saw previously from Free Kayflock. Rather than like pushing forward with the Knight, we're seeing him have to dash back a little bit with the Knight, but it's nice combos here using the up tilt. I think that's a great way to like scoop Inkling up, but it's just really hard to stuff out his approaches because she is so much slower in regards to like the ground speed and being able to throw out these aerials and just get in your face. She's going to be a lot more reactionary.
Yeah, Kayflock doing a great job of sticking to that reaction style game plan, and a great job of DIing out Colorondo. A rare miss on that combo, just misreading the DI from Kayflock and overextending just a little bit. Kayflock utilizing that comfort pick, but yeah, that'll put you right into a bad spot. Kayflock, though, is doing a great job of like making the most of every opening that they are able to get, right? We're going to take that 20% off the lightning kick every single time that you touch our shield unsafely. And this is more or less a masterclass of like how to play a bad matchup, as you look for that one or two good tools that your character has into someone else, because even characters or even matchups that are like this, there's always something that you can do to be more successful. And Kayflock just showing that masterclass, and Colorondo was asleep at the wheel a little bit, so we weren't expecting the Phantom just swing down below.
And that's really important too. That's a game changer when it comes to the ledge trapping. If you're not aware of when the Knight's going to hit the ledge, that makes it a lot easier for Zelda to find those stocks at the ledge, but Colorondo gonna find that up smash. Still in a really good position here for Free Kayflock. I think using the different charges of the Knights has been really beneficial too, and using the lightning kicks out of the combos is just a good get-off-me tool and a great way to rack up some damage.
Oh my goodness, and turning that shield into a Skittle as well with the ledge setup. And yeah, what a great punish from Kayflock. Just the 90% hit rate on all of those lightning kicks is what was really doing it for them. Just an absolute masterclass. Doing a great job of like punishing all of Colorondo's mistakes, because I feel like we were trying to get in maybe a little bit too much when we could, you know, play out of the corner, play a little bit more patient. And we certainly overextended on a couple of those strings too that weren't true, and that led to some damage and some advantage states that I think Colorondo can clean up in this game.
And underestimating the Knight too, like even just that charge, recognizing the threat that Knight might have in a lot of those situations. It feels like Colorondo's not super prepared for a lot of these scenarios. And still going for all of the combos despite the threat of being lightning kicked too. I think maybe going for smaller combos and just taking your percent where you can get it and backing off with punishing Zelda. If she does try to go for the lightning kick, then she's a sitting duck and you're able to get even more. So I think that could be a nice adaptation to see from Colorondo. But so far, Free Kayflock making this look like not that bad of a matchup, especially with these Knights. They're just so clutch. Yeah, it hits the ledge. We already learned that in the last game.
Yeah, unfortunately not making that adaptation. We have to get that adjustment. Colorondo just getting too content to try and go for whatever it is that they're going for. Trying to get in with these grabs here and just getting too comfortable playing at the ledge.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness, that extension could have been so good. Colorondo just jumping out of that lightning kick percent. Do we get it here? No, not quite going to be it. But yeah, I feel like Colorondo is being very telegraphed in how they're playing, and they're not making the correct adaptations to Kayflock's game plan. And Kayflock maybe should have gone the Zelda the whole time. I mean, it's working thus far. We're continuing to put on that pressure as well. And I think the biggest thing for them, right, is that Colorondo just not respecting Phantom nearly as much as they should be.
Yeah. That was good there to stall off stage and then wait until the Phantom was already like half cooked to come back. Great drop down with the back air too. Really good stuff there from Colorondo. Oh, and the F smash to catch the cross up on the Knight.
Didn't want to get hit by the Phantom there, but now it's leading to even more as Colorondo left without a jump and put into the bottom corner of the blast zone. Not where you want to be. Colorondo down to last stock once again, and a huge lead for Kayflock. As we're sitting here out in the corner, both players trying to whiff punish each other.
I love the use of the platform there to approach against Zelda and get outside of like the hitbox of the Knight to find the back air, because if you're able to hit her when she's charging the Knight, it'll make it no longer go through. But you have to be careful that Kayflock's not going to just use the half charge. So if you use that platform and kind of get in the blind spot of it, that's a great way to avoid the hitbox.
Yeah, because now it starts asking questions for the Zeldas, like, are they kind of going to come down and swing, or are they going to punish me for putting out this Phantom early? Colorondo doing a great job of punishing the Phantom there off stage. And now all of a sudden it's not looking too bad for Colorondo. We have to be able to weave our way through right here, and that jab going to be a great way to get it started here. But we still have to respect that Phantom out of the corner. We can't be using our jump early in a situation where can't get around the Phantom, because that has been the moneymaker for Kayflock, continuing to use that swing, that level 4 charge to come up overhead.
And I do really love these grabs that we're seeing from Colorondo as well. Zelda out of shield is so strong, and so I love that we're just running up, getting the grabs. A nice call out on the landing there with the F smash too. That game looked like it was going to be pretty rough, but Colorondo making just a few adjustments that really helped him hold on to his stocks for a little bit longer against those Knights. Made some really great adaptations and was able to take that set 3-1.
Yeah, I think it definitely started at the second stock there, where he dipped down under the Phantom that Kayflock had put off stage, was able to get the punish there, and then just continue to ride that momentum, going through level 2 Phantom with the back air, and just continuing to push through and nickel and dime Zelda until we finally got to a percent where that forward smash was able to take it. So yeah, that means that Colorondo is going to be moving on to top 4. And on the other side of things, now we're getting something a little more canonical.
Yes, Samus and Ridley.
Samus Ridley.
Will she get the revenge for her parents?